So I currently have 2 YouTube channels, 1 TikTok, and 3 active Instagram accounts. So at some point in my life, I got really busy that I wasn't really giving attention to my social media platforms. But towards the ending of June, I decided that I wanted to be serious with creating content because I know how this will really help my business, considering the fact that I run my business online. Like 90% of my business is online. Towards the end of June, I set a goal for July. So I told myself I'm going to be serious with content creation in July. And then I had plans of the amount of content that I plan to make across all of my social media platforms for the month of July. Okay, for my TikTok, I said I was going to post every day for the whole of the month. Creating content for TikTok isn't so difficult, or at least that was what I thought, but I felt like a content that's as small as 10 seconds, 20 seconds can actually be a content for TikTok. So in as much as it's not so difficult, sometimes it can be difficult, especially when you want your content to do well, because most times you can really tell the kind of contents that will do well, and most times those kind of contents needs to be like carefully planned out in terms of creating them and executing them. Okay, but sometimes you might be lucky and then a random content that you just create randomly can just do well and just go viral. So for my TikTok, I didn't take a screenshot of how many followers I had before I started the challenge, but I knew I grew because I was around 8k plus and now I'm currently at 9k plus. But the thing with my TikTok was that I had a video that went viral, not really viral, but it got a reasonable amount of views, about over 300k views, and to me that's a lot of views. But the issue I have with that content is that it got to the wrong audience. The plan I had for my TikTok page was that I want to either directly or indirectly use the platform to promote my business. So if I'm getting over 70% of male followers and then less than 30% of female followers, to me that's not good, because my business is centered around female stuff, and having more male followers than female followers is totally a bad thing for me. Okay, so that's why I wasn't so pleased with that content, and I had to take it down because I didn't want it to reach more male viewers and give me more male followers. So I took the content down, and ever since then I've been losing followers, but I don't really care because right now I'm more concerned about creating a valuable community of people who actually care about me and what I do, rather than just creating a random following list of people who would not engage with my content when they don't see something they are interested in. As someone who has actually experienced this on TikTok and YouTube, I will tell you for free that going viral isn't all that good, even though sometimes it can be helpful, but it's not all that good, especially when it can possibly hit the wrong audience. Trust me, you don't want that for your business or anything you're doing online. I was able to hit the goal of posting every day on TikTok. Right now I'm thinking that for the month of August I'll reduce this to posting once every 2 days, so I'll have time to really come up with really cool content ideas rather than just trying to post random stuff and basically just see how that's going to go. Okay, so for the month of July, what I was basically just doing was doing trial and error, trying to see what kind of content my target audience will be interested in, basically content strategy and all of that. And I think that's also what I'm going to be doing for the month of August, because I'm not really sure what direction I want to take yet. I'm just going to go slowly, basically see it as a process rather than trying to gain results pretty fast. Okay, we are still experimenting and basically just trying to see what's going to work for my TikTok. Okay, so moving on to Instagram, I have plans to create at least one reasonable content every week for all my 3 Instagram pages. So normally I post product pictures every day. That's like a thing I must do when I have product pictures to post. But I want to still create reasonable content. It could be educational content relating to my business, basically content outside product pictures that I post, preferably an interactive reel. So that was the plan for my Instagram pages, and somehow I was able to do more than posting once every week. While I was creating content for TikTok, that was also giving me content ideas for Instagram, and I was able to post the content that I post on TikTok on my Instagram page as well. That way it wasn't so hard to actually post more than once every week, and this actually helped with boosting my page and also gave me a reasonable amount of inquiries and sales, and this I was really happy that I did. And I'm also going to make another strategy for this month, though I haven't really thought about what the strategy for the month of August is going to be, because I recently launched my other businesses and I'm just trying to basically post all the items that I have available for sale before I start to think of what strategy I would use to advertise my business. But I feel Instagram isn't really going to be a big deal, because if I have content ideas for TikTok, I'll also have content ideas for Instagram. Moving on to YouTube, like I said, I have 2 YouTube channels, this one and my other YouTube channel where I post beauty content. Okay, so when I initially started the other YouTube channel, I was posting tutorials on how to make wigs. That grew that channel to over 20k subscribers, and now that I've stopped making wigs, I try to introduce other type of content. My subscribers are no longer interested, so when I post the content that's not related to wig making tutorials, they don't want to watch, they're not interested in watching the video. And it's so crazy because I can't just leave a YouTube channel with over 20k subscribers. I had plans to post 14 contents last month. I posted twice, and when I saw the engagement, I just knew I had to stop and then go back to re-strategize. So I already came up with a content strategy for this month, but that, like I said, I'm also experimenting, so I have to experiment that first to see how they are going to react to it before I can tell whether it's a good strategy or not. So moving on to this channel, I feel like I got a little breakthrough with this channel. My views were already dropping, subscriber count, watch time hours, and even my revenue was dropping because for a long period of time I did not create content. I initially started posting China importation content. That wasn't really the plan I had for this channel. When I created this channel because I wanted a place where I can post like personal content, because my other channel where I post beauty stuff, like I said, when I post content that are not related to wig making, they don't show any interest. After posting a few videos, I posted my first China importation video, and that gave me a lot of views, and I just continued posting China importation video. So coming back, I decided that I wanted it to be a channel for me and not physically centered around China importation alone. Surprisingly, the strategy is doing well. Not like it's doing like so well, but like I said, I'm more focused on creating a sustainable community rather than just, you know, creating content that will just go viral, and then the subscribers or followers I get will no longer be interested in what I create. If only few persons get to be interested in my video, that for me is enough. And you know, with time, it's going to grow into a community where I get people who would actually be interested in my content because it's my content and not my content because it's what they want to see. Okay, for this channel, I took a screenshot on June 30th because I want to come back to, you know, check and then do a comparison to see how far I have grown. I'm mostly concerned about small and trackable growth rather than, you know, just trying to see growth overnight. Initially, I plan to create just 8 contents for this channel for the month of July, but somehow I was able to stretch it. Since I wasn't creating for my other channel, it was more like I had enough time to create more for this channel. I increased it to 12 contents instead of the 8 contents that I initially planned to create, and that I was able to hit, and I was so proud of myself. I had a goal for my views. I didn't have a goal for my watch time. I didn't have a goal for my subscriber count. I always want to focus on the things I can control and not the things I cannot control. I can control the number of views I get by creating more, but I can't control my subscriber because I can't say for sure how many persons will subscribe to my channel when they see my videos. So that I wasn't really bothered. And you know, I also had a goal for my revenue because, you know, I did my calculation and I was like, okay, if I get this amount of views on average, I should be able to get this amount of money. So as at June 30th, my view count for the last 28 days was 2.9 thousand views. My watch time hours was 162 watch time hours. My subscriber count was 47 subscribers. I said I was going to try to hit on average 100 views every day, which is a total of 3,100 views by the end of the month. So I didn't really stretch the amount of views I was going to get because my channel was in a state of decline as at this time, and I wasn't sure that people were going to be interested in the kind of content I was going to put out. I just had to like set realistic goals. So if I hit the goal, I set a higher one, and that was the plan. Surprisingly, I surpassed all the goals that I set for myself. And then for my views, instead of 3,100 views, we got a total of 5k views. And then watch time hours, I didn't really set any goal, but we did 246 watch time hours. We got a total of 61 subscribers, and then my revenue increased with over 30%, and I was so happy. This is just basically me coming to do a review. I already set a goal for the month of August, but like I said, it's also going to be a trial and error month, so I'm not, you know, raising my expectations really high until I hit the right strategy for posting on all of my social media platforms. So that's all for today's video. Okay, thank you and bye.